Hey guys!
Hey!
We recently made a video on how to buy a property for first-time buyers, and it was a step-by-step guide. And given that buying a property is one of the most expensive purchases that you would make, many people struggle to save money for a deposit.
Yep, today we're going to share with you guys how we saved up £50,000 over a 9-month period for our home deposit as first-time buyers. Okay, we're going to walk you through exactly what we did to save up that much money over such a short period of time. But the thing to note is that, we went through and did lots of different things. It wasn't just one thing that got us there to that sort of amount. We had to do various things to be able to hit that level of savings and put that down as a deposit. It also required a plan, okay?
So to help us continue to grow this channel and help as much people as possible, please do hit that subscribe button, guys.
Hit that button. And also, don't forget to hit the like button if you're watching this video and you really like the tips that we're sharing. Please hit the like button because that really helps the algorithms promote our videos to so many more people in order for us to help them as well with the information that we're sharing.
Show us some love, guys.
Yeah. My name's Ken.
And I'm Mary.
Of the Humble Penny and Financial Joy Academy. What we do on this channel is to give you guys the tips, the insights, the practical hacks to help you work towards a dream life of financial independence and money joy.
So it's also worth mentioning that a big part of achieving your savings goal is to, one, know how much you need to save towards your deposits and related costs. And two, know over what period of time you need to save the money by. So for us, it was 9 months, but for you, it could be 12 months or longer. And it's also worth mentioning that you are going to be working very hard saving those coins. But your life doesn't need to stop. You need to have fun along the way. It's so important. And so our fun for us, we like experiences. And so we were still able to have fun along the way. And with a little bit of planning and thought, you can still enjoy yourself. And we're going to share some tips for you how you can do that. So let's now dive in and share with you these money saving tips on how you can save money fast for a deposit for your first home or any other major purchase.
So the first thing we did was to set up a direct debit for a specific amount. This sounds like such a simplistic tip, but it's such an important one because it really gets you going on that journey towards you saving for your own home deposit. So choose a particular amount that you'd like to be able to save each month. So that's what we did. For our own journey, we chose £2,000 per month as the beginning point. As soon as we set up that direct debit, what that did for us, it meant it was out of sight and therefore out of mind. And for us, we knew that that money was being put away every month and prioritized before any other key expense came out of our account every single month.
That's right. Okay, so tip number 2 is to move back home with family or to move in with a friend. So for me, after years of living in student accommodation, I vowed that I would move after uni, I would move straight back home. And stay for a deposit for my own mortgage property and stay with my parents until I moved into that property. And by doing so, I was able to save thousands of pounds. And for you, you can make a saving of about £300 to £700 a month, which works out to be around anything between £3,600 to £8,400 a year.
Yeah, this is such a big saving, and this is one that, might not apply to absolutely everybody. But if it's something that you feel that you could actually explore, I'd highly recommend it because Mary's savings from being able to do that when we met made a huge impact when he came to us bringing our money together in order to be able to buy our first property together.
That's right. And obviously I was still contributing at home, but it was nowhere near as much as it would have been if I moved out and rented an apartment.
Okay, so this next one's really fun, which is to ask for cash instead. Okay, so you're probably thinking, what on earth are you talking about? So we all have major life events. It could be that you have a big birthday coming up. It could be that you are, expecting a baby, who knows? It could be that you are even getting married, for example. So for us, one of the key things that really happened when we started saving towards a property was that we were getting married. And one of the things we did was that we asked people for either physical presents or for cash instead. Now, I know this is a bit controversial as many people think it might be a bit rude to ask for cash as a gift. Okay, we didn't think it was rude to ask for cash because we saw that as an option, and it was very interesting, really, because we were really surprised by what we were able to receive as a gift from people's generosity. In fact, to make this video a lot of fun, I'd love for you guys to actually guess in the comments how much exactly you thought we received in total as cash gifts from people. Okay, so we had two key weddings. So we had a traditional Nigerian wedding with a lot of people there, hundreds of people in fact, and then we had the traditional English wedding at a church. And so at both weddings we had some cash gifts given to us. So let us know in the comments how much you think we raised as cash gifts. Was it £5,000 in total, or was it £10,000 in total, or was it around £20,000 in total? Let us know in the comments. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But either way, essentially the cash gifts we received from such a live event essentially helped us because it suddenly replaced a lot of the money that we had already spent for our wedding, which is really nice because we suddenly had this inflow of cash, which then went straight to our savings towards a property. So with this tip, you can receive anything from, a few £100s for maybe, a birthday, to potentially, even, a few £1,000s, depending on how generous your friends and family are.
Okay, so tip number 4 is to sell things that you could do without.
Yeah.
So for me, when we got married, we now had 2 cars, and I quickly realised that we didn't need 2 cars. So I sold my old car at the time, which was a Vauxhall Corsa, and we were able to get about, was it 2K?
Yeah, just over 2K. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also sold stuff as well. So I had lots of vanity jewelry.
Expensive jewelry.
Expensive vanity jewelry.
Yeah.
And we got rid of those, and I raised around £2,500 from selling that. So you could sell pretty much anything. Could be that you have, an old bike, could be that you have some gadgets at home, or some unused furniture, or some expensive
designer clothes or bags.
Yeah. Okay, so tip number 5 is to hustle for some extra cash. Okay, so there are 2 things we're going to talk about here. I'll talk about the first one, which is that you could just go and get yourself an extra job. Literally, it's as easy as that. It could be that you are babysitting somewhere, or that you are driving and delivering various things, via Uber, for example, or maybe that you're doing delivering for Amazon, for example. But either way, you're working part-time to generate some extra money. Something as easy as you work in, say, 10 hours over a weekend. Now, that might be very challenging for a lot of people. My question might be, how badly do you want to actually raise this deposit? Think about it. You could be doing this for only 12 months, which might seem like a long time, but what you're gaining over time is that you actually get to build up that deposit and buy your own first property. So if you work, say, 10 hours over a weekend at £15 per hour, you easily raise in there £600 per month, which would go some way towards you actually, building up that deposit. I, for example, worked for my family business as a way to earn some extra money. But Mary's going to tell us what's the second thing we did.
Yeah, so the second option is for you to negotiate with your employer a pay rise. And so Ken and I both did this, and we both got a pay rise. It was small for me, but it still helped towards extra savings towards the pot. Ken also was able to negotiate, and he got a bonus. And so this is something that you can do. You can also negotiate a bonus if you maybe achieved certain goals or milestones, or hit certain performance criteria, for example.
But essentially the point there is you could easily suddenly have, essentially a windfall in some way. It could be it could be a few £1,000s, or it could be a lot more than that actually. And this is money that you might not ordinarily have received had you not taken the steps to go and negotiate for it, essentially, as part of that process for kind of building that deposit. Okay, so the next tip is to allocate money to a separate card. So when we did this, we actually did this by actually taking cash out for spending, okay? But in the current climate, that might not be the best thing to do. So ordinarily, you could just allocate your weekly spending, maybe on a Sunday, for example, to a separate bank account. You could even do this with, some of these newer accounts, such as the likes of Monzo or Revolut, for example. But essentially, find a way of allocating that money to a different account so that you can find a way of capping your spending.
That's right. And the whole aim of this is to be able to, like Ken said, put a cap on your spending and to be able to monitor it weekly. So you can set yourself a weekly allowance and aim to spend only that amount each week. And you can kind of gamify it.
Let's do this.
To make it like a fun challenge to see
Yeah.
if you're able to stick to your budget each week. And if you have leftovers, you can spend it or move it over to the next week. And just to motivate you to keep going.
Absolutely.
Okay, so tip number 7 is to plan your meals. So there's 2 ways that you can achieve this. So the first way is to do a meal plan of your weekly lunches and dinners. And based on your meal plan, write a shopping list and shop according to your shopping list. This helps you to avoid unnecessary splurges and going over budget, and also it helps to avoid unnecessary food waste.
Yes, food waste is big.
Yes. So the second way to generate a saving is if you choose to eat out. So we know for some people you might just get bored of eating your cooked meals over and over again. What are you trying to say, babe? And so
sometimes you want something else.
It's good to mix things up. And so you can still do this with, again, like we were saying, a bit of planning ahead. You can go online and look for discounts. There's always various discounts for eating out at restaurants. Maybe it's different days in a week. For example, eating out on a Thursday might be cheaper. And there might also be buy one, get one free, or adults pay and then the children get the discount or they eat for free. There's also another option of seeing what discounts you have as part of your bank service.
Yes, many people ignore that one.
So with our bank, we also are able to get some discounts at certain restaurants during certain days. So find out from your bank if there are any of these discounts available to you.
You can save as much as a few £100s per month simply by planning your meals, like Mary said, because food is one of those areas that we just tend to ignore, but it's actually one of those areas where we can actually have some big savings if we really took the initiative to plan our meals properly. There are so many other ways that we could have covered on this video, such as, some of what we have today, such as you having your Help to Buy ISA or your Lifetime ISA and getting a government top-up, for example, or you may be starting a side hustle in that period to try and raise some money by you doing that, or even by investing your money, say, over a period of 12 months and seeing your money work for you over that period of time. But we really hope by sharing these few tips that you've gotten something really practical that can help you, on this journey towards something that's really exciting as your most expensive purchase ever, buying your first home, to really begin that journey towards building wealth over time.
That's right, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video,
guys.
We would like to hear from you in the comments. What have you done specifically to save money towards your deposit? Let us know in the comments below, because we would love to learn from each other, and I'm sure everyone else watching this would love to learn from you too.
Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys, if you're new to our channel or if you've been watching for some time and you really enjoyed this video today. If you also enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, because that really helps get this algorithm to really promote our videos to so many more people. Guys, thank you so much for watching today, and as ever, in all things, be thankful and seek joy. Take care.
Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye.